Creating a Marketing Plan, Part 1. Introduction to Creating a Marketing Plan. There is no doubt as to the importance of having a plan for marketing your company, and you will have many objectives that must be considered as you think about the best plan to implement. Your competitors, prospective customers, and current trends are just a few of the basics that must be incorporated into your marketing plan. Although marketing is not a guarantee of sales, it has been proven time and again that when a well thought out marketing plan has been put into place, positive things will begin to happen. Creating a plan is not something that can be done quickly, and while you and other members of your team may have an idea of what you want to see your company achieve, a professional marketing company could help you attain that goal at a quicker rate. It's also wise to remember your company's business objectives and goals outside of marketing. When we get caught up in the many strategies of marketing, it's easy to lose sight of what we want the company to represent. Therefore, during this process, constantly refer back to the mission of your business to help keep you on track. Ultimately, the marketing plan should be an extension of your company's main objectives and not the other way around. There are three main areas that must be considered in order to create the right plan, which we will cover in this series of videos. Part 1, Analysis and Objectives. Part 2, Strategy and Tactics. Part 3, Implement the plan and measure results. Marketing analysis and objectives. Analysis. What does your target market look like? One of the very first things that you need to do is to decide who you want to reach. Bear in mind that if you identify and market to the wrong group of people, your efforts will be in vain. Regardless of how good your marketing strategy may be, it is essential to establish who would be the most interested in your offer. Is your product or service better suited to individuals or other businesses? Could you tailor what you do to appeal to both? Existing customers and potential customers can be divided into various groups, also known as segments, based on their particular requirements. You may already know what the characteristics of your ideal client are. If not, some focused market research can quickly show what these characteristics look like for your business. Your target market can be broken down into subsections by using some key questions, such as type of employment, what type of work do they do, male or female, does your product or service strongly appeal to one more than the other, or is it equally divided between the two, income, will your business draw people from lower, medium, or higher income brackets, age, will your products or services be more interesting to older or younger people, interests, will people with specific interests be more drawn to what you can offer, level of education, what type of people will be most likely to buy your products, those with higher or lower standards of education, location, is there any relationship between where people live and whether they buy your product or use your service? If so, how can this knowledge help you to reach them? It is important that you have a thorough understanding of your own services or products in order to correctly target the audience. For example, a young person may use your product one particular way, an older individual may choose to use it another way that's more effective for them. This is because needs vary from person to person. Analysing this type of information opens up the potential to find niche groups that you can market to, and this can give you an advantage over your competitors. It helps to know what type of problems your product or service can answer for your customers. Is your product one that will satisfy a need? Do you provide a solution to a specific problem? Is it simply a luxury? Being able to answer these questions will help you work out how you approach your target audience. Once you have a basic group of people you can market to effectively, you can break it down even further. You might include belief systems, social classes, types of lifestyles, opinions, interests, and more. It's important to remember that you're going to find people from overlapping groups. However, you should only invest your time and money on the groups most likely to respond to your marketing strategy. If you're unsure about the potential response rate, try a test campaign with a percentage of your target group or to several smaller groups. Measure the response and consider amending your message to increase response rates. There may be other factors to consider that may present you with opportunities and indeed problems linked with your particular type of enterprise. Developing technology, including the internet, and how those changes can affect your business. Financial factors such as the fall and rise of the local and national economy and how this can affect perceived disposable income that consumers may have. Cultural and lifestyle changes can have a positive or negative effect, depending on what is driving them and the direction they take. Marketing objectives. After you have answered some of the harder questions, you can begin to develop objectives based on the strengths and weaknesses that you discover about your company. Again, keep your business strategy in mind so that you can stay on target with your goals and objectives for your company as a whole. As an example, you might want to see an increase of 15% in sales over the next 2 years. That would be the objective of your company. The marketing objective would be to target a new area of the market in order to make this happen. Your objectives will give the basic outline of your final marketing strategy. These can only be established once you know who your target audience is. There are some basic things to remember as you decide on your objectives. You'll want to set SMART marketing goals. Specific. Your goals need to be specific. For example, you're going to contact your existing customers to tell them about a new service you're offering. Measurable. If you can't measure it, you can't manage it. How many existing customers do you have, and how many a week will you need to contact? And what uptake do you need to increase sales? Attainable. You must have the means to accomplish the goals you set. Generally, that relies on having the right people and sufficient resources to do what needs to be done. Realistic. If your goals are unrealistic, people are being set up to fail. Business owners often underestimate the time and resources required. Time-bound. When setting goals and making objectives, you must set a time goal. This gives you a marker to measure your results against, and also provides deadlines, without which you may lose momentum and risk the possibility of not following through on the campaign. It takes time, energy, research and action to create a successful marketing plan. Only by establishing the right objectives and making a correct analysis of your target audience will you be able to create a marketing strategy that will work to take your company to the next level.